I'm currently sat in my cat's favourite spot because he was out. But it's actually quite nice while the sun's here. It's not too hot, not too cool. It's a good spot. Anyway, I've used a mechanical keyboard for years. This was basically used this for years. This is an old Razer 10 keyless clicky thing. It's one of them. But as I've got more into tech, as I've got more into like setup stuff, apparently this is trash, bad. I never quite got it, you know? I like the feel of it. Every time it clicks, it's got a little bump in it. I like that feeling. I did eventually change my keyboard though, because of the click. So streaming with other people, they would hear the clickety clack. So I got similar, but it's quieter. You can feel the bump of it, but it's not as loud, right? And I was fine with that. I was completely fine with where I was. Until I saw my friends and touched my friends' very expensive, well, not even that expensive, but budget end custom keyboard.
Nice thock. Huh. I like the thock on your board, son. Clickety clock. I like that thock. This is good thock. Nice thocky board. Thocky board thock. Real thock board.
And so, after a fair bit of research and knowing what I like from using those other cheap keyboards, I ordered myself something. Ordered myself a custom keyboard. It's pre-built. It's a pre-built keyboard, but I can customize it if I want to. So this is the Keychron K2 Pro. When you buy it off the website, you choose the different bits of it. First off, you can choose the color scheme. I went for white over black. But also, well, more importantly, you choose the switches. The bit that actually makes the keyboard work. The clickety clack or whatever. So, based off my experience of the other keyboards I've used, I've gone for something that I've been loving. Oh, I'm loving it. I'll be real, I wasn't expecting to notice such a leap in feel and quality from a price increase that wasn't actually that noticeable. This was the last one I ordered, and this was like 75 quid. And I only spent like this was only like 100 and something. So realistically, this isn't actually that expensive to get into, mechanical keyboards. I'd always seen the stupid end of it, mechanical keyboards, where they're like, oh, I spent $2,000 on this keyboard. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to get into that. You can get something good for cheap, apparently. However, there is one issue I'm having currently with this keyboard, and that's the pure white keycaps. I'm a very sweaty man, and you can see these are getting dirty quick. These are getting very dirty quick, and I knew this was going to be a problem. And so I preemptively ordered some keycaps. Basically, I know grey hides sweat marks. Now, like a Bethesda game, I'm told that keyboards are better with mods. And so today I'm gonna modify my keyboard. I'm gonna make it custom. I'm gonna make it truly custom to me. First off, I've ordered more switches. So, like I said at the beginning, the keyboard I got, you can customize the switches. It's because it's hot swappable. So these, I can pull out. I'm gonna put in these. Essentially, I'm getting something which is similar, but heavier. Whatever it is I really like is having a key switch that has a bit of like, you gotta actually press it, you know? You gotta put some heft into pressing the key. And all right, it's not just the key switches that I'm swapping out. I'm also doing some mods, which is essentially, I'm just adding foam to the board, which changed the acoustics a bit, how it sounds when you tippity tap. I'm adding in like a bass thicker foam, which helps it sound a bit more bassy. This is a pretty typical keyboard mod from what I've seen. But the one mod I was a little bit scared to do was this PE foam mod, which is basically adding like this thin layer of foam on top of the PCB. And you got to kind of cut it to the right size, basically. And what this sheet of foam does is it kind of makes the keyboard sound a bit more marbly. From what I've seen, it sounds quite good. So I'm hoping it sounds good for me. But you let me know how it sounds. So I guess the question remains, is it worth getting into mechanical keyboards? Is it worth the money? Yeah, honestly, yes. If you're anything like me, if you're someone that spends the majority of their time at a desk, it's worth it. Oh, it's so worth it. I wish I got something like this sooner. I wish I took the time to research and spend a little bit more the first time rather than getting now like three stupid keyboards. Well, one not stupid keyboard. It is a bit weird because it's like as much as I can show you through video and try and express like, oh, it feels nice and you can hear it until you actually feel and touch something, you won't know. But fuck me, it feels good.